Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Indian School of Physics. Guys, today I have come up with a very amazing problem. So guys, this video is brought to you by Indian School of Physics and Unacademy together. Name of this problem is force of charge ring and sphere. So my courses on Unacademy will be on fluid mech and thermodynamics, which are starting from 4th and 5th January respectively. And also to unlock any free course or test series, you can use my code Nitin sir, and you can also enroll if you haven't done that already for Unacademy Combat, which is happening on 3rd January. It is online live exam, and to access this, to enroll this, they will ask you for invite code, which is the same code Nitin sir you can use. And for more information, you can visit Unacademy website, which is www.unacademy.com. And yes, physics will never be the same again. So let's start today's problem. Here is the statement of this. Guys, this is original one. So a uniformly charged solid non-conducting sphere of radius r and having charge of q1 is rotating about y-axis with angular velocity of omega 1. There exists another uniformly charged ring of radius r and having a charge of q2 is rotating about x-axis as shown in the diagram. So you can see here, this is the ring which is rotating and this is the solid sphere. The distance between the center of the ring and the sphere is L. So center of the sphere and center of the ring, that distance is L, which is very large compared to the radius of the sphere and the ring. That is capital L is very large compared to R, and also it is very large compared to radius small r as well. So they're asking what is the magnetic force acting between the ring and the sphere. So in the first look, this problem appears slightly tough, and actually it is tough if you are going to solve by the regular conventional method. So I'm going to tell you a shorter method, and it is in the continuation of the last video, which was dipole-dipole interaction. So I think now you'll be getting the idea that we'll be treating this as one dipole and we are going to treat this as one dipole, and with the proper directions we can apply that logic here, and we can calculate the force. So let's discuss the concept part of this problem. The rotating charge sphere and the ring will behave like magnetic dipoles, and the system of sphere and ring can be replaced by two tiny dipoles placed at some distance r. In the problem, this r is actually L, and this is the dipole which we are replacing. The sphere is replaced with this dipole mu1, and the ring is replaced with this dipole, which is mu2. The reason being, it is along y-axis I'm taking because it's omega. It was rotating about y-axis, and this ring was rotating about x-axis. So guys, in yesterday's video, I have derived this result for different positions of two dipoles, and there I wrote the result as k into 3p1 p2 by r to the power 4. The same results, the same logic will be applicable in case of magnetic dipole as well. So we can use that result. Instead of 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught, we are going to have here mu naught by 4 pi. Rest of the expression is going to be same. 3p1 p2 by r to the power 4. p1 p2 will be replaced by electric dipoles, will be replaced by magnetic dipoles. To check the derivation of dipole-dipole interaction, link is given in the description, and also there were many other positions which I have explained in that video. So you can use those formulas or results, and you must know how to derive it, or in the worst condition, at least remember the formulas for different situations of dipole and the value of force. So now we are going to calculate the dipole moment of ring and sphere here. So since it is uniformly charged and having a charge of plus q1, we can use this relation that magnetic dipole moment and angular momentum, that ratio is always going to be q by 2m, provided mass distribution and charge distributions are identical. So I can substitute here that q by 2m into this charge is present in the volume. All right, so rho is given, and here it will behave like a solid sphere. So its angular momentum I can write as I omega, which is 2 by 5 mr square times omega 1. So now mm gets cancelled. It should not come also. 2 and 2 also gets cancelled. We are going to get, instead of q, we will have q1. Instead of omega, we are going to have omega 1, and small r square divided by 5. This is going to be the value of mu1. Similarly, I can write for the ring. You can see here this ring is uniformly charged. So in this situation, it's mu I can write as q by 2m times L. L is I omega mr square times omega 2. When I simplify this, gets cancelled, and I'm going to get this as q omega 2 r square by 2. All right, here q is q2. So this formula is going to be, or this expression of mu2 is going to be q2 omega 2 r square by 2. Now once you have these mu1 mu2 values, all you need to do is just substitute this values, mu1 mu2 values in this equation, and r is equal to L. So when I substitute this, mu naught by 4 pi as it is, 3 by L to the power 4 I am keeping one side, mu1 mu2 values I am keeping one side. Alright, when I simplify this, this F magnetic comes 3 mu naught q1 q2 omega 1 omega 2 capital R square small r square divided by 40 pi L to the power 4. So guys, this is the answer. This is going to be the final answer. There can be many possibilities in this problem as well. So I'll be taking up those things in upcoming videos. So keep an eye on the videos I upload. And also, if you have enjoyed this video, enjoyed this solution and the concept, and it is in the continuation of the last video, so leave a like, share with your friends, give your valuable comments, and if you haven't subscribed my channel, please subscribe it again. And very soon I'll come again with the new video. Thank you. Thanks for watching it.